In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up a simple Java program using IntelliJ. In a previous video, we set up Java using SDKman running Amazon Corretto 17. You can find that in the card at the top. In this video, we're going to use IntelliJ Community Edition and set up our first Java program. Okay, with IntelliJ open, the first thing I want you to do is go ahead and click on New Project at the top. And when New Project opens, make sure you have Java selected. Make sure that your SDK is set to Amazon Corretto 17. And if you haven't done that, you can change that SDK by selecting it here. As you can see, I have various SDKs available. With Amazon Corretto 17 selected, we're going to leave these boxes unchecked. Then we'll click Next. And if we wanted to use a template, we could use a template here, but we're going to leave that empty for now. Click Next. And then we're going to call this application Hello World. Now, the project, you could call it anything you want, but for this instance, we'll call it Hello World. And down at the bottom, which I think you can see here, is the finish. Click on it, and we'll click Yes, because I already have one that needs to be overwritten. The other thing you might notice is because Amazon Corretto 17 is installed, we have to accept the terms. So in your IntelliJ version, please go to the bottom here, scroll down and click Accept. With that done, you're going to click on Source, click New File, Java Class, and we'll call the name of the class Hello World. This is just to match the project name. Now, you could actually call your class anything you want. You cannot, however, name your class things that begin with numbers or underscores or special characters. They have to begin with letters. We'll do that and hit Enter. And our class has been created. We'll hit Enter again to create a new line. And now we're going to create the entry point, which is going to be public static void main, parenthesis, string. We're going to use the double brackets, which mean rephrase, which signify array syntax. And we'll call the variable args. Use curly brackets, hit Enter. And inside the curly brackets, we're going to type system.out.println. And a simple text message, we'll type Hello World. At the end of our line, we need to include a semicolon. All program lines must end in a semicolon. So for example, if I type another line here and type system.out.println, I must also include a semicolon. And as you can tell here, IntelliJ puts a curly bracket to alert you to that fact. We're going to save this. We'll go down to our terminal window. We'll look at our location. So we're going to compile our application. So we'll use the javac command. Java C will allow us to do that. Then we'll type source, since our class resides in the source directory, and then hello world.java, and hit Enter. If we type ls source, we can see now there are two files. One is hello world.class and the other is hello world. Now let's clear this out and let's examine the class file. On my system, I have what's called VI editor. On your Windows machines, you may not have a VI editor. But for demonstration purposes, if I type VI source hello world.class, you'll see that this has been compiled to a lot of strange characters. And this is what is called bytecode. And this bytecode represents a compressed version of the code that's needed by the Java runtime engine to execute the application. Clear this out. We'll type cd source, and then Java hello world. Hit enter. And there we go. There's our class. We ran it, and it is calling the system out print line, hello world, and it also calls the message, your name is Michael. Okay, that was your very first Java program. Now, in the next video, we're going to get into a couple other things in more detail, like variables, using the scanner class, and what input, output, and processing. See you then.